Good morning. I'm Bonnie Grimaldi, intern pastor at Lord of Life in Chagrin Falls, Ohio, and it is December 18th, 2020. And I'm one of the leaders that is bringing you daily devotions at 11:30 a.m. on Facebook Live. I can hardly believe that today is already the third week of Advent. Of course, things look different this year, but as a community, Lord of Life has still been practicing Advent together in creative ways. I've been thinking a lot about joy today and what Advent joy could possibly mean in 2020. As we all know, it's been quite a year. The first 3 months had their own set of challenges, including a concerning viral outbreak in China. But then March came and COVID turned the whole world upside down. These past 9 months have given birth to so many things. They have birthed incredible sorrow and hardship, and they have also birthed some much needed changes, or at least the beginnings of some changes. At Lord of Life, these 9 months have been full of challenge and change, and also surprising joys. We've developed relationships with people we might not have already developed simply because they saw the need in a Facebook post or an email. We have developed new partnerships with organizations and individuals who we identified with specific COVID-related needs, such as loneliness and isolation. I received letters of joy from Anna Maria residents in our church who received wreaths and notes from our middle schoolers. There is joy even in the middle of a pandemic. However, we know that joy isn't simply the enjoyment of good things, experiences, or feelings. In my struggle to articulate the essence of joy, I keep coming back to an essay by poet and community gardener Ross Gay, who says, "In healthy forests, which we might imagine to exist mostly above ground, and be wrong in our imagining, given as the bulk of the tree, the roots are reaching through the earth below, there exists a constant communication between those roots and fungi, where often the ill or weak or stressed are supported by the strong and the surplus." By which I mean that a tree over there needs nitrogen, and a nearby tree has extra. So the fungal ambulances ferry it over constantly. This tree to that tree, that to this, and that in a tablespoon of healthy forest soil made from swirling living and dead are miles and miles of fungi ambulances who get a little bit of sugar for their work. To me, this means that there is joy to be found in the common human experience of being mortal and vulnerable. Joy in knowing that we are not independent and simultaneously that we are not alone. As I think about Mary and who she carried in her womb, it occurs to me that one of the greatest gifts that came with the birth of Jesus was that he shared in his vulnerability. He now knows firsthand what it means to be dependent and needy. Because Emmanuel, God with us, shared in our vulnerability, we have the joy of knowing that we truly are not alone. The loneliness and vulnerability that have accompanied COVID seem to have come as a shock to many people. Those of us who are materially well-resourced are not always used to acknowledging our vulnerability and dependence on others. Many of my friends at Lord of Life, however, have known these truths for a long time. They are my teachers in the joy of interdependence, mutual support, raw and honest prayers, and knowing that it's okay not to be okay. Advent joy in the midst of a pandemic. It's complex, but it's real and good. I pray for that joy for you this week. Amen. In addition to our daily devotions, please join us on Facebook Live in person Wednesdays for our brief midweek Advent service, Saturdays at 4:15 p.m. for our contemporary worship service, and Sundays at 10:45 a.m. for our traditional worship service. We especially invite you to our online-only Christmas Eve worship services. Our family service will be at 4 p.m., and we'll have festival services at 7 and 10:30 p.m. Please watch our Facebook page for more details. If you or anyone you know needs anything, please contact us in our church office, and have a great day.